Hello, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Joana Ochoa. I am from Guayaquil, Ecuador, but I live in Quito. I am currently studying Applied Linguistics with a minor in teaching at the Pontificia Universidad Católica del Ecuador. The aim of this presentation is to introduce one of the learning theories developed by Stephen Downes and George Siemmens. The philosophy is based on connectivism, which is a learning theory for the digital age. Over the last several decades, learning has overcome different changes, and one of these changes is being introduced through connectivism, which has moved learning into an informal network and technology-enabled arena. The main idea of connectivism is to emphasize the distribution and construction of knowledge across the network of connections. Connectivism is also known as a learning theory for the digital age, which seeks to explain a more complex learning in a rapidly changing social digital world. The world is not the same as it was 10 years ago. The world has turned more technological and networked. Therefore, it is important that educators consider the role of connectivism. According to George Siemmens, connectivism is the integration of principles explored by chaos, network, and complexity, and also self-organization theories. Learning is a process that occurs within nebulous environments of shifting core elements, not entirely under the control of the individual. Learning, defined as actionable knowledge, can reside outside of ourselves, within an organization or a database, is focused on connecting specialized information sets, and the connections that enable us to learn more are more important than our current state of knowing. Connectivism is driven by the understanding that decisions are based on rapidly altering foundations. New information is continually being acquired. The ability to draw distinctions between important and unimportant information is vital. The ability to recognize when new information alters the landscape based on decisions made yesterday is also critical. Through connectivism, the creation of open courses has been considered as an important factor to share knowledge and to change the educational system by allowing the reborn of a learning society. It is necessary to know some more about the educators who are the leaders of this new learning theory. On one hand, there is Stephen Downes, who was born in Montreal, Quebec in 1959. He has been working at the National Research Council of Canada as a senior researcher since 2001. His main interests are online learning, new media, pedagogy, and philosophy. He is also the originator of the massive open online course, which is also known as MOOC. He introduced the concept of e-learning and with George Simmons to finally define the concept of connectivism. On the other hand, George Simmons is an educator and researcher on learning, networks, analytics, and visualization, openness, and organizational effectiveness in digital environments. He is the author of Novel Knowledge, creator of the Handbook of Emerging Technologies for Learning. His main interests are related to research, which includes social software, learning networks, emerging technology, learning analytics, and visualization, and the design of organizations in response to social and technological change pressures. One of the biggest advantages of technology is that it allows people to share information across the web and among them. Nowadays, most institutional learning centers have implemented the use of virtual classrooms so students could upload their assignments to allow their parents to have access to that information. In this sense, educators are contributing to the development of a learning society, since much learning can happen across peer networks than take place online. The use of the massive open online course is another tool that has been implemented by some educators to allow learners to improve their knowledge in certain areas. A MOOC is open to anyone who wants to enroll since it uses open software and systems across the web to facilitate learning and sharing. It mainly takes place online. The important thing here is that facilitators guide the information provided in the MOOC. However, participants are responsible for what they learn and how they decide to share. In Ecuador, the development of e-learning has been growing throughout the time. In some schools, students and educators work with technology to emphasize teamwork and to have access to other works developed by different people from around the world. Something similar happens in the universities. The students are required to use a virtual platform to look for information and to develop their assignments. Students also have the opportunity to interact with their classmates and in some cases with the teacher through a forum in which their questions will be answered. In my opinion, connectivism in a digital era is an effective learning theory in educators have found a meaningful way to incorporate technological changes in order to maximize learning. Sharing knowledge in a technological world is not only important but also very necessary. People must nurture and maintain connections in order to facilitate learning. Knowledge is not something that must be memorized from a textbook. Knowledge increases through the interaction with other individuals, because learning and knowledge is enriched by the diversity of opinions that resides in different individuals.